Hello and welcome to the session. Today we are going to learn about the order to cash process. So in order to cash process, the process starts in pre-sales. Basically, pre-sales we will look into the inquiry, quotations or contracts. Then in sales, we are going to create the sales order after receiving the purchase order from the customer. The next, shipping. In shipping, we are going to create delivery order, picking, packing, and post goods issue. After shipping, then next is billing. In billing, we are going to generate the invoice. So once invoice is created, then invoice sent to the customer, and now customer will pay the money against the invoice. What is inquiry? In inquiry, the customer is requesting information whether certain products or services can be offered by your organization. To create an inquiry, we will use the transaction code VA11 to create inquiry, VA12 for edit an inquiry, VA13 for display an inquiry. So, to create an inquiry, we will use document type IN along with sales area. That is, suppose I am here in example using sales area as per my configuration ZPS0, ZQ and Z0. Then next, quotation. Quotation are created when a customer requests information regarding a product or service. A quotation must have an expiry date or validity, you can say. So here to create a quotation, we will use T code or transaction code VA21 and VA22 for change or edit, VA23 for display the quotation. And next, we are using the standard document type QT for the creation of the quotation. Then in sales, we are going to create sales order. Sales documents are the core components of SAP selling process and sales and distribution module. A sales document defines how the data is to function, how it is to be displayed. The pricing happens during the output and so on. In sales documents, SAP is divided into three areas. First one, header, second one, items, and third one is the schedule lines. In header, you can see whatever the data has been maintained that is valid for the complete document. So it contains information that is valid for entire sales, such as the PO number and the customer. Also valid, it is valid for all items such as the customer and payment terms. In items, it has the item specific information such as material code and quantity. Some of the item specific information can also be found in the header like Incoterms and terms of payments. In schedule line, it shows the proposed delivery date and the quantities for the items. So, this is the sales order which is open VA02 using the VA02 transaction code. You can see this order header data contains sold to party and shipped to party, whereas In items, you can see item 4323, order quantity is 10 and the item category is TN. So, whatever data is maintained in the item label, that is valid for this item only. But in case of header data, whatever the data, suppose this is the PO date and this data is valid for this complete document. If I am supposed to add multiple items, so this PO date will remain constant, but the quantity or the material code in the next item might be different, and net based on this calculation the item value also be different. Suppose there is two items 10 and 20. In 10 the quantity is 10 and the price is suppose 3000. The line item 20 will have a different material code with order quantity of 100 tons suppose, and the price value will be different. So it depends on the item label. So it specifically it is for this item. So but in case of header, the data is constant for all the items. So whether it is Incoterms or payment terms, it depends on which is used in the header data. Then we are also using